What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to Investing with Paco, the great automotive recession of 2022. Yes, you heard that right. That is the title of my video. And yes, we'll be discussing about the automotive market. I haven't really seen many people talk about this issue. I know a lot of people are jumping on board about a housing bubble, but no one's really talked about that automotive market bubble that, in my opinion, is hovering, maybe ready to pop any moment this year. We have seen the S&P 500 down overall year to date about 22%. We have seen the NASDAQ down overall around 19.8% year to date, and we have seen Bitcoin down overall year to date close to 60%. We have seen a massive hits throughout the whole market, equity market, crypto market, and to be honest, the thing that everyone's talking about is the housing bubble. When is the housing bubble gonna pop? But in my opinion, people are losing track on what's really going on. In my opinion, is to actually take a quick look into the automotive market, especially all these inflated prices on all these used cars, and also taking a look at all this prime and subprime lending that has been going on the past couple of years, especially during the COVID time, where lots of people like you and I had lots of money to get loaned out for many years. So sit back, relax, because today I try to make a quick video for you guys to kind of give you a new perspective of what I think can maybe happen in the near term. Especially I'm thinking it could happen this year. So sit back, relax, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I will try to keep you up to date with all these kind of videos, especially automotive videos. So yeah guys, let's get this video started. So yeah guys, we have seen the past couple years, I would say maybe the past year or two, especially after COVID hit, the most inflated car values I've ever seen in the past couple years, in my opinion. We have seen anywhere from the domestic market and all the way even up to the importing market of all these high inflated prices of all these car values. And don't get me wrong, there's gonna be lots of vehicles out there. For example, like my car back here in my garage is an 03 SVT Cobra, which in my opinion will be holding its value long term. So I'm not really worried about that situation, because in my opinion I do see value in certain types of cars, especially collectible cars. In my opinion, this is gonna be one of these collectible cars in the near future, but that's just speculation on my end. But what about all these used cars, for example, like a 2017 Honda Accord, all these 2010 Toyota Corollas that have risen up to 10, 20, 30% in value just because of the demand out there the past year or two. And obviously we know what's really going on, especially after COVID. We have seen chip shortages. We have seen lots of demand right now currently, maybe because people out there are kind of foaming into the market saying, okay, I need to buy a car now because there's not really many cars out there. But people, what they're not really understanding is, like I said in the beginning, yes, there's gonna be lots of cars that will indeed appreciate over time, like my car back here. But in my opinion, the next couple years, maybe within the next couple months, all these used cars, for example, like a 2017 Honda Accord that has risen up over 20% in value in the past year alone, it's not gonna hold up in the next couple months as soon as these all new cars start coming back out and less demand. As we know, the past year we had the lowest interest rates you could get in any type of vehicle. I'm talking about you could get vehicles down to like a 1% interest rate, which made sense to kind of buy a car. And I know a lot of people wanted to buy new cars, but what happened was that no inventory. And if there's no inventory, what they gotta do is wait a couple months to a year to order a car. And we know there's people out there that can't wait. They need a car right now. So what they are gonna end up doing, which is what happened, used car markets just surge up in price. Honestly, if you were one of these few people out there that bought all these used cars before prices went up, you made a killing, to be honest. So I remember a couple years before, I could look up any vehicle on a Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and make a quick buck. But nowadays it's so hard to come by a good deal. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of good deals out there, but with all these inflated prices, it's honestly kind of wary to see how long is this gonna last. So yeah, I'm gonna put that out, and now let's go back inside. So yeah guys, what's gonna happen once this demand hits a peak, which in my opinion will be pretty soon, people are gonna stop buying all these high value cars. In my opinion, why do I think so? Because in my opinion, I feel that most of this FOMO has already happened, especially the last couple months, the past year, where inventory is super low. But currently we are probably starting to see more and more new vehicles getting pushed into the dealership, and I haven't even discussed about that. Even last year, a couple months ago, maybe even currently, you go to any car dealership, let's say Ford, Honda, or anything. Let's say you want to buy a brand new 2022, let's say Honda Accord. This is just throwing an example out there. And let's say MSRP should be right at $27,000. Currently, if they're out of stock and you really wanted the car badly, they would mark up the price, let's say a couple $1,000s. So instead of walking out for $25,000, you're going to end up, just for MSRP, with a markup close to $30,000-$35,000 just for that same vehicle. Which in turn, which is crazy about what's going on, is a 2022 Honda Accord. Let's say you can't wait, you want to buy one now. You go and you buy a used, let's say 2020 Honda Accord with, let's just say 20-30,000 miles. You'd be thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get a good deal since it's not a brand new car. And no, you're actually paying way above of what that actual car value should be worth. Because it's so crazy to think about. The whole mindset, at least before, was as soon as you buy a brand new car, as soon as you walk out of the dealership, you lost. You have already depreciated that car. Just by walking out with that car in that lot, you lose literally 5 to 10%, just like that. Which, don't get me wrong, you still lose value, but what's going on currently is all these inflated values of these cars are just so inflated that people are not really paying attention to what's going on in the car industry, the car market. It's too bad there's really not a graph to kind of pinpoint, for example, like the S&P 500, like a Bitcoin coin chart, to kind of show a physical representation of what's going on in the car industry market. But it's nuts, I'm telling you, especially with all these crazy car loans that you could get on vehicles. You could even get a loan up to 96 a month, which is over, yeah, I think it's 8 years for a car loan. For example, let's say what's driving a lot of people to buy cars is a low monthly payment, which is crazy to think about, because what people don't really care about the price, but what people really do care about is the monthly payment on their car note. And if they could stretch out to 8 years, that payment can become super low, but they end up paying a huge amount of interest over time. And yes, what's helping them out currently is all these inflated prices, so it's not really hurting them per se just yet, but just wait a couple months. I'm giving it a couple months. These values will come down. If you made your money buying these cars before the market peaked, good, props on you, you made your money. But if you're locked into, especially like a 8-year loan out there, a car loan, thinking that the car value is gonna hold its whole life, especially if it's like a common car, for example, like a Honda Accord or like a Escalade, or I don't know, some luxury car, it's not gonna hold its value. Like I said, there's examples, there's exceptions. For example, classic cars, they do end up holding value and appreciating, and certain sport cars, certain luxury cars, those cars, keep in mind, pick and choose, will hold its value. But mainly I'm focused on the everyday automotive buyer out there that is trying to buy a daily. So yeah guys, just to end it out, kind of really pay attention. We know there's lots of subprime lenders out there that lends a lot of money out to people that probably are not likely to pay back that loan, but we know there's gonna be defaults like normal on subprime loans. But in my opinion, what we really need to kind of watch out for are those prime lenders. What I mean by prime lenders is people with good credit, well, let's say 700 plus credit score, good jobs, making lots of money. Because if we are in a deep fear of a recession, especially let's say even the housing market tanks. First thing people end up stop paying are credit cards and high expensive monthly car payments. And it's just, honestly, it's just a full cycle. We really need to pay attention, and honestly I really need to make another video, go more in depth and kind of pinpointing little sections in the whole automotive section. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what do you think, and also comment down below if you ended up buying a car these past couple months and year, and let me know how much value has your car increased in the past year. Let me know and let's start a conversation. So we'll catch you all next time. Peace.